Hello, welcome. Welcome to Divorce Diaries live stream, making coffee, talking about the set from last night and some hot topics. I'm very into the LA race, although I live in New Jersey. I was doing an open mic last night while the Democratic candidates for the council were all having a meeting behind to see if they won behind us, and they kept winning. Everyone at the table won. So I want you to listen to it on my voice memos because it's kind of funny. We were all trying to do jokes, and they were like, "Yeah!" I was like, "Okay." I'm very interested in see what happens with the LA race because I know I don't live in LA, but I have a lot of friends who live in LA, and I'm a big follower of Spencer Pratt. I'm sorry. I just feel like I want to see what happens. I'm curious. I'm not a big political person, and that sounds bad. Like, I don't follow a lot. Like, I don't go deep diving into which candidate would be the better candidate until like the bigger elections, which is not good because we really should be doing it for the smaller elections, considering that's what you feel right firsthand, right? Your local county shit. But anyway, that's on the list to start getting better at that shit, doing my research more. Anyway, I have been paying attention to that race just because I followed Spencer Pratt for years from reality TV. I was always a fan of him and Heidi. I loved their shit. When their house burned down in the LA fires, it was a whole thing. Like, if I followed the daily TikTok videos and releasing he wanted his wife to go to #1 so they could get money back to get their house. They still never did because, I guess it's all relative. Good morning to the money you have and make and you're living within your means. So like they can't rebuild their home, etc. Anyway, it was he's such a ride or die for his wife. I was super into that story for so long. Even back when he first came out with Heidi, I was always like cheering for them. Anyway, it's corny, but I am curious to see what happens. He seems very passionate about just making LA his home, like he's running because it's like a fucking shit show. A shit show in LA. Anyway, I'm curious to see what happens. Good morning, but I wanted to talk about how last night in the open mic, the district council, their district council election. Is it district council election? I should know. They were in the bar in the restaurant waiting to see the results, and while the open mic was going on, they were cheering. So it was becoming just weird and awkward. There's this, yeah, but I feel like you think girl wedding just if man have a lot of money in actual days. What? So I did a mic last night, not at the dojo. The dojo has no mics this week, which I'm bummed about, but hopefully everything will return back to normal next week. I'm noticing on my set, like I had 2 people knew me that were, I guess, in the Democratic District Council election party that they were doing there. And they came to watch me. They're like, we're going to come up during your set. I said, okay, good morning, vulnerability expert. And when they came to watch my set, it got more attentive to what was going on because nobody was like paying attention to the mic because there were so many distractions between the televisions, the crowd noise in the back, because there's 2 rooms and they put us up at the bar. It's some of these mics can be very like confusing because there's so much background noise happening, and then there's comics that are writing their notes, not paying attention to your set. So it becomes like, what am I doing here? So when I had friends already, if not friends, but like friends from my town were already there, like, we're going to come up to see you. That's right. Be the fourth leg. Be the fifth leg, baby. Boom, 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 boom. So when they came up to see me, it was more engagement, and I thought I was doing really good, and then I listened to the set, and I was like, I was being very engaging with the crowd, but my jokes were, I was forgetting, I wasn't doing my jokes as I had planned. I did a few of them, didn't do the one that I wanted to do, which is the joke I want to write work for my type 5. Good morning, split persona. But I did do a few off the cuff, and the obsession movie joke that I wanted to do, it just wasn't hitting. So I'm not going to probably use that joke for my set because it's like a current event, not a current event. It's fleeting. Like a year from now, it's like obsession's not going to be a point of discussion. This is like a joke to do now in the moment to compare relationships to how we perceive man versus woman perspective and all that stuff. Because I feel like in the movie, yes, it's a horror film, but I was like, this writer must have gotten this from somewhere. How the girl's screaming, "You don't love me as much as I love you!" And then when I did that joke, every woman like smiled and got quiet. And I was like, yeah, I know why y'all getting quiet. Because we do that. Not like psychotic like that, although maybe some. 57 people in here. Let's go. 73 people are in here. Yes, let's go. Hit that like button. I have to show you guys something. Very frustrated about it, but I don't have to fix it. I don't want to bother my landlords again, but the cabinet door is doing the same thing that the door did. So if you guys can see, watch. See? Came off the hinge. So now, and I'm pretty sure it's because it's not sticking to the hole. I'll show you guys. It's I don't know. I tried to screw it back in. It didn't work. I think it's because it's not catching onto those. Any thoughts or suggestions, please help, because I have a feeling they're gonna be like, this can wait. But it's annoying because I just got a new shit. I just got a new bathroom, and now it feels like I don't have a new, it's like this shit's falling apart already. Like, what the hell? It's annoying. Yeah, I don't know where that screw just went. $20, look around. Something's lost. I found it. Use longer screws. What do you mean? So I have to put, it's not catching to the wood though. It was in there already. All right, well, maybe I'll try that a little bit later. It's the same thing that happened with the door, the bigger door. It's like something's not, like, I don't know. Like, I'll screw it back in and it won't stick. Do you know what I mean? Wood glue. I gotta go buy wood glue. Come on, man. It's so annoying. I know. Just deal with that, Trina. God. Wood glue. So I put the wood glue where on that little hinge, because I know, like, if I ask my landlord, like, hey, I don't know, this they installed all that. The guy installed all that, which was great. You use glue for almost all things you need. So wood glue and longer screws. Okay. Yeah, I'm being cheap, but I don't know. Deal with it. Like it shouldn't fall apart that easily. Am I wrong? I'm just saying. Right, like it feels like the screw won't. The screw's not catching into the wood. So someone said when it was happening with my daughter, like you could put a piece of chopsticks and like break it and then it'll stick. But then I was like, what? Stuff's cheaply made. I know. Yeah, when you get it done, like with your landlord just giving you a new bathroom and shit like goes wrong with it, you can't really say much. I mean, not saying that you can't say much, but like it's kind of like, all right, well, yeah, like that shouldn't come off that easily within a month. Well, I would be getting ready to do jumping jacks if we were at almost 100 likes, but we were at 9. So 73 of you are in here. Hit that like button. Let me know I want to know where you're based out of. Everybody had like primary. What kind of elections? Yesterday was election day. So we got the next midterm primaries. So we had primary election last night because then they're going to vote in November. There's certain things that can get decided now, and then certain things will get decided in November. I'm kind of into the whole Spencer Pratt thing in LA, and I know it's like, well, I don't even live there, so why am I so obsessed about that? But the landlord should fix it. Yeah, they will, but like it's like for a little cabinet that the guy installed when he redid my bathroom. Like they're not going to make that a priority because it's such a small thing, and I'll try to fix it myself. Good morning. You glue all your IKEA furniture before assembly? What do you mean? There's wood glue? It says, we'll go in or hold. Classic toothpick and wood glue method to fix the hole. I just don't want to mess it up and then they're like, you messed it up, you know? So, good morning, John Ashwell. I did an open mic last night. Here, let's listen to some of it. It went well. I thought it went better than when I listened to it. I felt like there was a lot of distractions. It was in the middle of the bar, right? The bar is here, and here was open mic. There's tables here. There's tables in the back. There's people eating in the back. A Democratic council was there to see if they won the election. They were making noise the entire time. 2 people that I know were at that table and were like, well, come up to see your set, which was great. And it worked for my set, but the entire time they were all shouting, yeah! Like you'll hear it. And here. But when we start liking that back, he runs the fuck on stage. And then the thing is, I feel like the guy who wrote this movie was trying to stir shit up in relationships. Because during the movie, the woman who becomes obsessed with him, right? She starts like doing some fucked up shit. Like she starts screaming, "Why don't you love me as much as I love you?" We said it in our heads out loud. Like, why? What are you? So I messed this up because what I wanted to say. Can you guys hear it too? I'm not sure if it's like coming out clear with the microphone. I am well. Hi, hit that like button, everybody. You're watching from a little country village in the UK surrounded by sheep and cows. That's awesome. Welcome. Well, we're in the city. We're drinking Pastello. Welcome, the Mighty Mac. Are you divorced, married? Are you just a fan of comedy? We're listening to my open mic set last night, which I had a couple of good one-liners, but there was a lot of noise going on. It wasn't just the noise, though. It's an open mic, and like I have to just stick to what I had planned to do, and it was very distracting because there was 2 big groups of tables behind us talking the entire time. Ongoing bar traffic. It wasn't in a separate room. This is why I love the dojo, because it's a comedy club and it's a mic that's put in a room that's not disturbed. Better love me as much as I love you, and like the movie, crazy.
And this guy does what in Spanish. Mira, loca, wishes that his crush would fall madly. Anyway, let's go too. So I know that one. So obsession is about this guy who buys a wish stick and wishes that his crush would fall madly in love with.
All right, can you not hear the joke? Here, hold on. Hi from Brazil. Oh, it sounds clear now. Okay. Hold on. I just took my microphone out. Hit that like button, everybody. Let's get to 100 likes so we can do 100 jumping jacks early on in the live stream. You can hear it? Okay. This is not good. I wanted to talk about how obsession is about a guy who wants his crush to fall madly in love with him, and then when his wish comes true, he does what some guys tend to do when the girl has feelings back for you, run away. In fact, he tried to end his life. But it was a joke I was going for because the whole thing is that when I'm watching this movie with John, I was like, oh no, he's gonna say this sounds like me. Because the female possessed was like, you don't love me as much as I love you, and crying when he like would leave, or she would then apologize for her weird behavior, and I was like, all right, I don't cry every time you leave that you see. I'm kidding.
And it comes true. And the girl like starts falling in love with him obsessively and crazy. And this guy does what everyone does, what every guy does when we start liking them back. He runs the fuck away. He literally shoots himself and kills himself. And then she's left there with 3 dead bodies that she killed because she was obsessed with him. The movie ended, I looked at my boyfriend, I'm like, this is fucked up, this poor chick. And then the thing is, I feel like the guy who wrote this movie was trying to stir shit up.
This is where I didn't clarify the joke, and it just became a me sharing. And that's where I was like, where I was working it out all afternoon. I was like, hey, not all afternoon, because I was working on my other pieces, but and I had other pieces that I didn't get a chance to do. I'm trying to see.
Relationships. It's a big part of our conversations, and then like stand-up comedy. Okay. Then, like, the girl starts apologizing for acting crazy. Another one. Bingo!
It sounds like someone's orgasming. Do you hear that noise? That's the people in the back behind us, the Democratic Council, because I keep finding out that everyone at their table won. And then one of my comic friends goes, I'm becoming a Republican now because of this. Right? That's them in the back, us doing stand-up while I'm trying to tell the joke, and I lost track.
And like the girl starts apologizing for acting crazy. Another one. Bingo! What happened? Did they not miss this time? No.
Also, it was like like that. I was like, oh my god, why didn't I comment on the fact it sounds like she just finished? But also, this is not just in a private room. This is wide out in the open of the restaurant where there are some kids walking around. I mean, it's fine. I know the owner of the restaurant. He's cool. He's like, whatever. If he wants to do comedy there, and I love it. But nothing beats the dojo. I'm telling you, the dojo mics are spot on. That's like a spot on spot for in general. So, best morning stream you've seen in a while. Yeah, I'll take that. No wonder I'm divorced. Oh, there's my favorite comment. My favorite comment in the chat is well, we're gonna have a running list from now on, I think, too, of like favorite things people say in the comments. So that was the sound. So my point was, it's like, what's a new level for you? Are you talking about the glue still? Hi there. So the greatest yesterday, mandatory. She would have said she to Wednesday. Well, it doesn't know what you decide. Oh, hang on, guys. You guys can make the best decision for her. No worries. Oh, hold on. Let's see. Wednesday. She will see will end up with a being the finals of the but you know, so you guys make this problem. You know what you decide. Okay, fair enough. So I was responding to a school email. Happy Hump Day! Why Divorce Diaries? The name came from just an idea I had when I was getting divorced. That I liked watching Bravo at the time, and I felt like this was my life. Divorce Diaries, living in my parents' house. And this is not my parents' house at the time. It was my parents' house with my grandmother. My daughter was a baby, and I just wanted to create. So the name Divorce Diaries came up, and here we are today. So I wanted to talk about this is I have to buy sugar in the raw from now on because I can't even look at this sugar without having anxiety. Um, I was just about we will. Hold on, guys. I have to write a parent email. Great teacher to her or for her? Great teacher for her. We will miss you next year. Um. Okay, so I had to make a decision because she could miss. Oh God, I hate this whole thing in my head about bad grades. But my daughter could have missed the concert tonight, but if she submitted this fucking, she didn't submit this other assignment. I'm broke. Why am I broke? I'm not broke. It's a private program specifically for children who are looking. I don't even need to talk to you about this. I don't know. I'm so mad that Grace. Okay, hold on. I told her she needs to give me a game. Well, I apologize. Her grades. Her grades and rolling your class are super. She's really tough. I've been such a great teacher for her. Mr. Concert is all. I apologize if Grace did not communicate this effectively. Her, okay. I don't know if I should say that. Good morning, Ralph. Do you guys tend to? What's a better way of saying this? So I have to. I know John's going to hear this and be like, "Who cares about music?" But I don't want my daughter to miss practice tonight. But she has this choir concert for school, and it's like her grade is now dependent on it because she then also forgot to submit an assignment. Which I said, I'm like, part of me wants her to be like, no, now you're going to miss the concert and you're going to deal with a bad grade. But the bad grade is also going to be on her transcripts for when she transfers to this other school. So in my head, I'm like, I don't know. Damn me and my obsessive about bad grades. No, I don't know. I don't. It's okay. So sorry. So I just wrote back to the teacher because he was a very good teacher, and I was a theater teacher, and I didn't want to like. I don't know. This is a decision where I feel like yeah. Okay, so outside of mommy decisions, comedy, trying to get some spots this weekend. So I had a spot last night and I just did an open mic, not a spot. Sorry. Did a set, did a rep, got 3 reps in so far this week. I need to get in more. There's nothing tonight. Unless I gotta actually, maybe I could find something. There is probably something tonight. I gotta figure out if I can get back and forth in time between my daughter's things. But I am going to reach out to more people to see if I can get spots. I reached out to 2 clubs that I've worked with for spots. Good morning, Ralph. Sorry if I didn't say good morning. And then we'll go from there. So the point I was trying to make about listening to my open mic after I felt really good about it, I was like, wait, I felt really good about it, but listening to it doesn't sound great. It sounds very excited and engaging and like I'm pumping the people up. I'm hyping people up in a way, but it's like I'm not hitting the jokes hard. There was one joke that was funny. I don't know if I should say it on here, but I talked about Democratic, Republican, and it hit. I might save that one, but and there was another two jokes hit strong, so one-liners, and I feel like, and then the other, what was trying to talk about the Obsession movie being a reflection of what couples are actually dealing with. Not really, actually, but I think the movie was scary as fuck. But the fact that I'm sitting in the car with John thinking, "Oh God, he's gonna say this is me," because the actress's lines are verbatim things that women have said. I just was like, "Great. What is this writer trying to say about us?" He's trying to say a couple of things about both men and women. Men instigate, he wished it upon her, and then women act crazy and can't handle it. I don't know. I wanted to do something about this movie because I thought it was interesting and I thought it was funny that while I'm watching it, both myself and my boyfriend thought, this sounds like you. I don't think I sound like that exactly. I do apologize a lot, which I'm getting annoyed that I do that so much. But the how come I love you more than you love me? That's not, I don't scream that out at all. But I think maybe I've talked about it on the live stream before because I feel like John has said something to me about that. And like I think there's that prompt out there that people want to know, like you shouldn't love him as much as wait, what is it? People say you should always be with the person. The person should love you more than you love them. I don't agree with that at all, to be honest with you. I think that's kind of weird. I think you just both love each other. That's it. Like, how do you measure that? No. You're there for each other. So if there's a feeling where you're feeling like, I don't know, this person is really like, like I just don't like that. I think if you create that idea that I love you more than you love me, then it's like, well, this is unbalanced. This is unhealthy. But when I said it in the voice memo, in the stand-up piece, my set, sorry. People, I looked around at the girls, they were like, because this has been talked about. This idea, who loves me, he should love you more, she should love you more. Like, this has been talked about. So I know that when I heard that woman say it, the actress say it as the character, I was like, oh, come on.
Okay. So then, like, the girl starts apologizing for acting crazy. Another one. Big halfway. And all of a sudden, I'm a big apologizer. Like, I apologize in our head out loud. Like, we said that. Shit. Like, she starts screaming, why don't you love me as much as I love you? You guys know why I'm laughing because we said that.
So did you start to get like, so people, there's something there. It's just, I don't know. Long story short, this obsession bit I wanted to do, I don't know if it's going to fly. I need to tighten it and shorten it. And the fact that I didn't do that, and that was one of my goals for the open mic, because I got lost in the sound behind me and in front of me, was frustrating. However, I felt like I did go with the moment of the craziness and just get people together and excited. Because someone said to me afterwards, like, hey, that was a good set. And then I listened to it. I was like, no, it's not. But I'm starting to realize that the ability to get people together and engage is one of my good qualities. Now I got to hook them in even more and punch harder. Because I felt like, oh, but they were laughing and excited. Like I could feel the like energy around me. And then I was like, I think it's because it was just you. It's not so much your jokes. Love meter, would you take a bullet for your significant other? Yes, I would. Not in the heart, but no. Yeah, I ain't gonna. No, I'm just. Would I take a bullet? I don't like those questions. Those questions suck. But yes, I would protect my loved ones. John's probably like, well, it depends where. No, I'm kidding. Best quality. So, oh, ouch. Back is killing me right now. It's hurting a little bit these last couple days. So, and the other joke was, I don't know. We should say it. That's all right. I'll wait.
Are you 21? Are you old enough to be for the lady shops? Oh God,
that was it. The other one was like, I did a joke about, I wanted to do this joke specifically about how I have anxiety. Though I didn't do the emotional support animal dog. Emotional support animal. I didn't do the emotional support animal on top right. And that's what I wanted to do. That's something I got to fix. When I do these open mics that are loosey-goosey like that, I need to stick to what I wanted to try out. Because I think I went into, okay, let me just play with the crowd here. But then I'm just like, no. And then I wanted to do the bit about everybody has anxiety, depression, ADHD. What are we blaming it on? We're blaming it on something. We're always blaming it on like And that's fine. Like it is a little weird that America has all these cases of autism and ADHD, and we have all these chemicals in. Like I looked it up, 10,000 additives in foods. 965 of them are illegal in Europe. What the fuck? And now I'm like, great. And like I told you guys, I went down a rabbit hole about this, and yeah. By the way, I put on this other light here. I went down a rabbit hole about it. And day 18 is still wearing clothes. When did I not wear clothes on my stream? What the heck? So I started looking up all these things. I'm like Cheerios, like all the cereals I thought were good for me. Like when I was a kid, I ate Wheaties because I wanted to be like Michael Jordan. But newsflash, I'm 44 and I'm still a 5'4" white woman. I am not Michael Jordan. By the way, a documentary about Michael Jordan was playing on one of the screens during the open mic, and I have to say, I was more interested in it. I was like, kept looking back. I'm like, oh, I want to watch this. See, and it's not the comedian's fault. It's just our distraction, our ability to get so distracted so easily. So, mind you, with that happening during the open mic, I was trying to just get people together and pay attention to me, and then I really feel like I could have just punched harder on some of the jokes. Again, there was like 2 or 3 that were strong, but maybe more like 2. Some of you ate Wheaties to be like Bruce Jenner. Well, that was the wrong path. That's one. I mean, I hate to say that. No, Bruce Jenner, listen, I think whatever Caitlyn Jenner is now, it's fine, but like he still was a fucking world-class athlete. We ate Wheaties to be like Bruce Jenner. Enough said. Hey, you know what? I still want to be like Bruce Jenner, connected to the Kardashians, and my ex-wife is Kris Jenner. I mean, that's not so bad of a life, right? I don't know though. Is he making a lot of money? What does he do or she do? Sorry. Let's look that up. I'm very curious. Net worth. I'm just curious what the net worth is. $25 million. I'll take it. She also has a self-documentary. I Am Kate. I mean, listen, Caitlyn Jenner, world-class athlete. You can't compare that. Although he has some like sordid information about he has like multiple, like he has the Kardashians and the Jenner kids. They all became famous reality stars. Brody Jenner, Brody Jenner, he has 2 other brothers. And then connects back to Spencer Pratt. Connecting back to Spencer Pratt. What do you guys think? Do you think Spencer Pratt is going to win the LA mayoral? Is he going to win? Right now, they're just waiting to see if he's going to be next with Karen Bass. But, you know. Anyway, okay. I'm all over the place. Let me go back to where I was. Oh, man. I just really don't want my daughter to miss tonight. Okay. You've never watched the Kardashians? But you're missing out. That was like an escape for me back in the day when I was married. I watched all of the seasons. Then I stopped watching after a while. When they got so rich, where it was like, this isn't like what it used to be. Like, it used to be where they were struggling a little bit. They were D-list celebrities. And like, it was fun to watch that struggle. I loved Khloe's storyline and Kourtney, and they were just like, it was great. And then like Scott was it was a good show. I thought it was really entertaining. I liked it. And they are very brutally honest. They worked too. Like, you know, they do work. Like they had a business before the show started that they worked in. You know, listen, I don't know them personally, but okay. So set from last night and the open mic was okay. I thought that I have to figure out where the performative aspect is exciting and engaging, where I take that and really hone in on the punch and the jokes and not forget some of the jokes I wanted to do, because I started getting like obsessed about the obsession joke and bit, because I just thought there's something there when you're like, this character's reminding me of myself and my relationship, and she's possessed by a demon, you know. And then this guy wrote, and also the guy was the one who started it. So it's like I was trying to draw the parallels when women say that men are gaslighters, and like not all men are. I'm saying like when women say that. I was trying to draw parallels with this movie and real topics in dating and relationships and the humor in it. Because at the end of the day, I'm watching with my boyfriend and I hear these lines from the woman character who's possessed and obsessed. And I'm like, this kind of sounds like when I'm emotional. And then like my boyfriend then said it, and I was like, I was like, leave me alone. Yeah, so that skit I posted was from a couple years ago. I just didn't post anything yesterday, so I was like, I said I would post another video. That was a fun skit. The real hoes of divorce. So, all right. Good morning, Calvis. You loved me as a brunette. Oh, with a wig? Yes. So anyway, I think that obsession video has to go bye-bye. That shirt is all right. So we have stretches times. Are you ready? Good morning. Good morning. I was watching the rest of Kill Tony. I didn't finish it yet, but I'm watching the end. A friend of mine is on it, G Powell, and another guy that I did the Banana Mike show with. He's on it, and I don't know. It's great. The show episodes. Oh, G Powell did great, and the other guy that I did the show with was good too. But then they have this other guy on where he's talking about. He comes out in a clown suit. I didn't understand why they thought he was so funny. I thought it was very odd. I just didn't think the guy was funny. And Cheryl Underwood even said it. She goes, "What the hell?" But then she's like, "No," because Tom Segura was like, "Oh, I think he's so funny," and I was like, "What?" There was like he just did a parody to the Cheers theme song, and then they allowed him to like they just I don't know why they found him funny. I didn't get it. Because I was like, there's people that do like they practice their 1 minute sets over and over again and are waiting online. And this guy's just like a fucking clown, literally. He took off his clown suit, and then he put his shirt through his took his shirt and put it through the chest part, and then was walking around like this. And while he not walking around but doing the set, it was weird. I didn't find it funny though. I was like, huh? Anyway, trying to find some spots to do this weekend so that I get my 5 minute on tape and just get more reps in. I will say, even though I was listening to my set afterwards, I was like, oh, I'm disappointed. I thought it was better than how it felt. Feeling the energy from the audience is communicating to me that I'm doing something right. I just got to focus in when I'm in the moment on getting those jokes out to see if they're working, as opposed to like, where are we balancing crowd work and jokes? Like Sunday, I did the same thing in the first show. I could have gone in with the jokes, but I was paying attention to the crowd and the one person in the crowd, as opposed to like, I have to balance when am I telling the joke and when am I doing the crowd work and not getting too far off task. Do you know what I mean? Like when I hear the tape set back with that woman screaming in the back, I was like, why didn't I say it sounds like she's finishing? And I was like, because I was so distracted by the sound instead of letting the distraction happen, taking it in, and then reacting. all part of the learning experience, right? I don't know. I think I'm gonna go back to the. All right, so we're 40 likes away from 100. We can do it. Boom. I gotta figure out other stretches besides this leg stretch because I want to do more to stretch out my legs and my hips. I'm so annoyed about the cabinet. I have to fix this now. I know it's just part of life, but like, oh man, I'm not great at fixing shit. That's why I'm still in therapy. Oh, okay. All right, so you know what? Let me go back to my other shirt. Yeah, I'm attempting the Twitch streams too, but I'm not successful at the moment at it. But that's okay. I have to work. I'm trying to do it on all my platforms so that I just, the growing continues. So and with Twitch, I feel like a fish out of water because I've been doing the streaming on TikTok and here, and it just seems like natural for me because I just talk and I talk about the behind the scenes in my life and dancing and comedy and writing and all that shit. And with Twitch, it's a little different. I feel like unless I just have to the get ready with me video live stream worked last week. Like I got a couple followers from that, but then I lost a couple followers. So I don't know. So it's just trying to grow. And then on Instagram too, like I want to grow on there because I always feel like that's it's just I'm behind on developing content for each platform that will set me apart and help. What is that? Chubby Dutchie. Got a chair and some clothes. You were too old for this. Gain age and some dignity. Also, did you just say comedy? Yes, I did. Okay, dignity. So, do you guys remember the cereal Kix? I mean, I still eat it, or I don't really eat it anymore, but I was going to say that about the chemicals too. Like, here we were eating. Remember, Kix had that phrase, kid tested, mother approved. Guess it wasn't FDA approved. I mean, what is that? That was such a good, and I used to think that as a kid, like, yeah, that's a good cereal because it says mother approved. And then they changed it during the whole pronoun shit. Like, oh, now it's parent approved. Come on. Let's be real. Then I had this whole thing I worked yesterday too. It was a new bit about having an Amber Alert on your phone for the red dye number 9. Don't feed your kid red dye number 9. Meanwhile, I turn around, my daughter's stuffing 3 pink peeps in her mouth, and now she has ADHD. It's too late. She's drinking the juice. It's fucking scary though. Now I'm everything. I'm like concerned to eat anything and everything. Yeah. I like also because I've been feeling extra tired lately. I was like, what is going on? But apparently that's due to my age too, according to my daughters. If we are getting older, I refuse to be tired without justifiable reason. I slept yesterday. I didn't get up. I got up at 6:45. I fell back asleep after my alarm went off. That pisses me off. And it's like I went to bed. When did I get home? I got home later because I stayed at the entire mic to watch other comics that I'm friendly with. I gave the respect to watch them. because I used to always leave, mostly because I was getting great, like my daughter, and like even now, I'm still like, all right, it's late, like I gotta, but I'm trying to give that respect back to the space of watching everybody. But not everybody does that either. I'm not like a lot of people leave and go to other mics or just leave. So let me see if this thing is gonna work or not. It might be out of battery. So I got home about 11 o'clock. No, wait, 10:45. I think we got home. 10:30. Age is absolutely a justifiable reason to be tired. Maybe time to start acting like it. Oh, cool. Rare. I'm acting my age. I'm gonna act my shoe size. I'm 8. No, okay. If you're in the Atlanta area, I am performing there July 16th and August 1st in Columbus, Ohio. You can get your tickets to divorcediaryshow.com. I'll put the ticket link in the comments. Oh, this feels so good. Reaching forward, child's pose. See, like my upper body over here, it feels like it's sore still, but it feels it doesn't feel like it felt on Friday where I had that back spasm. That was scary. It's because I'm a woman. It's because I'm a woman. Do you guys think you got your workout in the morning? I don't know. I brushed my hair. It still looks like it's like a wild woman hair. So what do you guys think about the whole concept? When I was going back to the obsession movie and the joke about men and women, and do you think men have it hard? Who has it harder when it comes to dating, men or women, as far as the process? And who do you think? Yeah, let's ask that question. Let's put that poll in the chat. I've asked this before. I feel like, but we can ask it again. It's irrelevant. Be loyal and no one has it hard. I mean, that's a good, yeah. I like that outlook. I like that a lot. Depends on the person. It can depend on the person. Come on, guys. We got 75 likes, 85 of you. Depends on the person. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Boom. Good morning. Welcome to Divorce Diaries live stream. I'm Michelle Train. I'm a comedian and actor, silly person, just on here growing my show and my brand, making coffee. I make Bustelo every morning. We talk about the comedy scene and what I'm doing to get ahead as a comedian. So I wrote, and we're also doing a poll here. Who has it easier? Who is it easier or harder? Who has it easier in dating? Men, women, or neither? How about that? Or should we put, yeah, we can add neither. Some people don't think that's did it go? All right, we get to 100 likes. We do 100 jumping jacks. I'm going to get started. Here we go. We're going to get there. I know it. We get there every day. We get to 100 likes and we do 100 jumping jacks. And then every 100 likes, we do another 100 jumping jacks. The stream needs more cats. What? Okay. I'm trying to test something out. I really am curious, but also am interested to see if it really does matter I think black's a good color. Like this is a shirt I think I'm gonna wear on stage, but I need like, right, like it's a fun shirt. That other shirt I have is it's a black, it fits me better. It's like a form fitting shirt. I really like it. It's one of my most comfortable shirts, and I feel skinny in it. Not that I'm not skinny, I'm just saying I feel good in it, you know. I don't feel like right with this sometimes it's like, oh, I look a little bloated. But this is a fun shirt, right, on stage. And I think black is a good piece when you're doing stand up. Yeah, these are fun workout shorts. When you're doing stand up, black is a perfect piece for not being too distracting. It offsets the color of my hair a little bit there. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Yeah, I like it. Why is it not on my hair? I brushed it. I brushed it today. Why is it a mess? Okay. So we have 91 of you in here, 83 likes. Once we get to 100, come on, we can get to 100 before what time is it? 56, before 60 seconds, we can get there. We're almost at 24K. Well, let's see. Let's see. All right, well, we're not almost there, but we're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. Hey, we're getting there. All right, so who did you guys say has it harder in dating? Right now, we're at 45% women, 29% men, 26% neither. Okay. Yes. Do you think, so I asked this question, I don't know, I was just spitballing. This is another thing where I was like, why did I ask that? These young guys came in, they're like 21. I said, are you 21? And he's like, yes. First of all, I'm 44 now. I can be their mother, which is crazy. I could have had them at 23. That's insane. That's insane. Like, I could be their mother. I got pregnant at 23 and been like, there's my 21-year-old. I'm 44. It's weird to say it. Like, and it's not bad. I'm fine with it, but it's also like, shit, man. Guys, 2 minutes to get to 100. Get to it. Okay. So I said, do you buy a girl a shot when you get to the bar? Like, you buy and then my friend Zach was like, oh, come on. Why does he have to buy the girl a shot? I'm like, what the fuck? And then, because right away the guy was like, he paused. I'm like, oh, the fact that you're pausing. And then my friend Zach was like, why does he have to buy the girl a shot? So let me rephrase this. If you like a lady, if you like a girl, I already sound my age. If you like a girl, won't you be like, hey girls, let's buy some shots? So I turned it around real quick and I was like, should I play it? Let's play it. The more you say it, the more fine you'll be with it. Nobody escapes Mother Nature. Correct. Yeah, that bitch is like, and you thought Botox was going to save you. Okay, here, I'll play you the end of the joke. Okay, here, I'll play you the end of the joke. Right here. Guys, wait, we gotta focus on this. We have 9 more likes. Let's go. Come on. Before we get to 100 out. Do that every time. Come on. We get to 60 minutes. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, almost 10 more seconds. We gotta get to 100. Come on, we can do it. 6, 3. We need 6 more likes before 60. Oh, fuck. Come on. We were so close to 100 likes before 60 minutes. Come on, guys. 3 more likes. Let's get to it before 61 seconds. 3, 2. We did it. Yes. We got to 100 likes before 61 minutes, even though I was trying to go for 60. That's okay. We're here and we're doing it. When they hit 100 likes, I do 100 jumping jacks. That's what happens. All right, so this is the bit.
See you later.
Welcome, Jordan.
Oh, wait, no, it's okay. Wait, hang on.
Oh God! All right. Michelle training everybody how to think about that. See, back in my day, when I was 21, guys would be like, "We're paying for your shots." Sure, hey, roofie them.
All right, so see, I was like, I don't want to.
But Plan B worked out fine.
No, see, that was not. See, I fucked that one ending up because I was gonna turn it around and say like, okay, well, back in my day, guys did buy us shots at the bars. Sure, they roofied them, but then I went into now that's a dark joke, but the reality is when I was in college, there was a lot of that shit going on with the roofie shit. I mean, they still do it, but there was just coming out. There was wasn't there like a specific date rape drug that people were using I'm talking about this for a joke purpose, people, but oof, yeah, that's dark. Listen, I know, but and it didn't hit, so backtrack. I'm trying to take risks and also just go with what I'm like feeling in the moment of where I would take that joke. And not trying to be funny, but just kind of going for it. I did feel like I was on the right page when I was saying, okay, if he's saying he don't buy a woman shots, then let me reflect it back. Well, back in my time, we did. Like, guys bought us shots. They also wanted to take us home with them and then forget about us the next day. But then is that going into a darker place and people start feeling uncomfortable? I don't know. Probably. The point is, where I was trying. I always like to bring up the dynamics of relationships have definitely changed with men and women. Like I really feel like in college, I always had guys buying us drinks. So when the guy paused, I was like, oh, okay, I guess that's not what we're doing nowadays. Maybe you identify as a we. We are not paying the tab. She is. Okay, I'm busting. By the way, I don't care whatever you guys want to do. If you want to pay for someone's shots or not, it's up to you. I was just coming. I'm not a feminist in the point like I can pay for my own drinks. Like I'm in a relationship now, so I love sharing the wealth and treating my boyfriend or like splitting whatever. That I don't care about. But when you were first dating somebody, what do you like? Do you like the man to pick up the tab? Do you like the woman to ask? I've always asked, like, I don't know how this got into this conversation, but we could do that. It's super funny. Good point. Okay. Yeah. So, like, in other words, when at any point in dating, I always would appreciate if the guy like paid the bill the first date, because it was, for me, that was an old school thing. Like my dad always used to say, the guy should pay, but I always offer, and that was in my mindset. But some women, and that's just a common, like, I like to ask that question to get dialogue started. Do you guys feel like that women shouldn't expect that? And what if you're in a homosexual, if you are a lesbian couple or a gay couple who pays? That's another thing. Gender's taken out of it. All right, I'm going to end this poll on 69. Who has it easier in dating? You guys voted 50. Oh, okay. So in the chat, 57% of you think women have it easier than men. Oh, sorry. So everyone thinks men have it the hardest, basically. So women have it the easiest. Neither. Then men 17%. So we think, I guess, men have it the most difficult. I don't know. I know. Rosie's, right. There are more men in the chat. Hi, John Francis. John Francis, you missed it. We got a $250 super chat yesterday. Okay. So going back, did I do 100? I don't even know if we travel to the universe. Haven't seen you in a while. So so going back to the whole like the dating, the who pays, who has it easier, and I was asking that in the crowd work last night. The guy was like, "Do you buy shots for a girl?" And then I realized, well, I guess I should say, if you're on a date, do you buy the woman a drink right out the gate, or and so maybe I need to rephrase it a little bit, but because I don't want them to think I'm coming after them. But they also like stuck around and were like smirking and laughing like afterwards. So maybe, I don't know. How is my relationship going? It's good. It's good. It's there. It's amazing. I love him very much. He's gonna be like, ugh, that's he's not a mushy person. I'm a mushy person. Um, I don't know why I'm identifying the fact that he would say gross to me saying I love him, but I do. He wouldn't. He might make a deflective joke about how it's gay for me to love him, but it's going well. Thank you. We had a very nice date on Saturday that like my heart like exponentially grew because it was such a nice day. You know, like you have one of those days in your relationship, you're like, I just love you so much. Yeah, that was one of those days for me. So, and yes, I know. So we went to a drive-in movie theater and it was a lot of fun. Am I a lawyer? No. 110 of you in here. Oh, and by the way, I'm the kind of person too, when we're talking about money and who pays for what, when I am in especially like this relationship now, I just want to give. Like, oh, if I had lots of money, I'd be like, let's just go to an island. Like that's what the kind of like feeling I get. I love that. But when you first start, yes, I don't know if it wasn't from a regular subscriber. No, this guy just like fucking flailed it out. So I don't know if we got to 100. I think we can do like 30 more and then we'll be at 100 jumping jacks. So as I said, anyway, this whole poll question about who has easier dating, I was talking about it in my set last night about just, do you pay for her shots? And it became like a thing of men and women, who has it easier, who is it harder. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Boom. I kick it. All right. So, comedy. So the open mic was okay. I think I did the best with the situation of it being like very distracting in all different ways. I just wish I would have gotten to some of the jokes I had planned on doing. That I was mad at myself for. Medicine 6 for the amazing contributions. Yes, Rosie, that was his username. Or her, I don't know. Thanks, John Francis. How is it my phone is already about to I gotta charge this for a little bit here. For a double flex, you got it. There you go. There's the double flex. Look at those muscles, baby. Ooh, what was that? All right, so like when I was in college, I used to put my hair in 2 pigtail braids sometimes and be like, I'm so cute. And like I'm at the age where you can't ever do that anymore. You said gay, I sub to chat that. Oh, that's good. You subscribe just to write that? Well, thank you. That's the whole point. How do I get these arms? I get them like by, I don't know. I'm in ballet class my whole life. up until the last 5 years, I've been taking it regularly. Running every day. I box for a little bit, mostly dance though. I would say dance. My mom has the same size arm. Like this is genetic, but like the muscle tone, dance. At what age did you had your what? Tanner Roy, I don't know what you're saying. Thank you, Calvis. Let's go. We can get to 200 before 90 minutes. I know it. And we're going to get to 24K today. I could feel it. I could feel it. So we do this every day. We stretch this to make sure that I don't pull a hamstring when I go on stage and do my high kicks. I don't know. Do we think I should do a high kick after every joke? That would be weird, right? Someone said I should do that as like a gimmick, as like a character. And I just was like, I'm divorced. I'm a single mom. And then when I do the joke, oh, my boyfriend's 8 years younger than me. I'm a cougar. What the hell kind of sound is that? Cougars. Technically, a cougar is 10 years apart, so I'm just a puma. Jumping jacks, Kill Bill. We will get to more jumping jacks at 200 likes. What's another one? I'm a theater teacher. I teach off a cart. Like a homeless, like an unhoused person. No, I go to work like I'm an unhoused person. I teach with puppets. I teach with popsicles. I teach with maracas that aren't my titties. Like, I don't know. See, anyway, I really want to put this bit in about, what was the thing I did a one-liner yesterday. Let's look at my June jokes. Because remember I said I have the goals. Every day I have to write 10 openers. I did do, on my Twitch, I did do like a working in the site. Yes, let's go. Hey, how an excellent day. Hit that like button, everybody. So, okay. I wrote these notes to talk about on the live stream today. I forgot about this. Everyone asks me how I stay in shape. This was a joke I didn't get to as strong as I wanted to. They said, you go to the gym. Do you lift weights? No, I run away from myself. Who needs Ozempic? Go back to the old school methodology. Stick your finger down your throat. It's cheaper. That is a joke, by the way. Anybody tuning in? Gig Salad has a new gig for me. Thank you, Wheeler. Thank you for being a friend. Send in a super chat for $2. Okay. Then someone said, I know that's a harsh joke. FOMO, fear of marrying older. I wrote that joke down. I don't know. What did I say here? I wrote, I have FOMO, fearing. Where did I say? Fear. Do you lift weights? Do you go to the gym? I run away from myself. I'm so anxious I can't swallow food. Fear of marrying older. I want a cub. That's why my boyfriend is 8 years younger than me. Cougars are known for being silent stalkers. That's why we never get caught, and that's why our relationships work. That's not really a joke. That's just scary. Like, I don't know why I wrote that. And also, it's like not true. Like, you're not stalking your boyfriend and it works. So that has to go in the garbage. But what I was trying to do yesterday with these one-liners is like, just write it, even if it's not funny. Just get it out, because then I procrastinate and I get stuck in my own head and I deter off task. Why I eat cereal? It's disgusting. I look like a hippo for hungry hippos. Get in here, Cheerios. You know it's disgusting when the milk pours down your face? It's gross. Ever watch somebody eating cereal and you want to vomit? But you look like that. That's what you look like. It's gross. I'm so neurotic that meditation gets scared of me. Nah. I'm so divorced that my apartment has cracks in the foundation. No. Oh, sorry. My ex-husband knows he's a mumbler. My ex-husband is such a mumbler that Charlie Brown's mom sounds coherent compared to him. Not really that funny either, but true. We talked about this yesterday. That CVS looks like an abandoned drug house, right? No, it just looks like an abandoned. No, CVS just looks like everybody quit that shift every time you go into a CVS. That's really where it comes from. Okay. Hang on. What are you laughing about? Put it in the chat. Are you flexible enough to touch your toes? Yes. What do you mean? Who can't touch their toes? You need to get to a physical therapist if you can't touch your toe. I'm not even making trying to be funny. You can't touch your toes? Are there people there who can't touch your toes? Like, wait. Edgy material is good as long as it's funny. Well, that's the whole point. It's not, if it's not funny, if it's not a rip roaring funny, no one's gonna laugh. Every time you go into a CVS, it looks abandoned. Like everybody that day quit on their shift. That's what they're doing. Like it's abandoned. That's where it should be. The pharmacy's always locked up, but like not. Well, the pharmacy is closed at all times, and then you always have to find. They lock everything up, and then you can't find a sales associate, and you're kind of afraid to find a sales associate because in the corners of the CVS where they're hiding, who else is hiding? You know what I mean? No, I have not. Tap that like button. Tap that like button, everybody. Let's go. Remember what I said? High kick after every joke. That's really what I should do. Is like the mic bump. I do a high kick after every joke. This set, I'm doing a high kick after every joke. I dated people. Oh, some of the woman said she was Ecuadorian, and then the bartender goes, "I'm Ecuadorian." I'm like, "You sound very white. I wouldn't have thought you were Ecuadorian." And then, not that every Latino or Latina has to sound Hispanic, but I just said, I'm like, she was like, "Hi, I'm your bartender." Like that's how, she was like, "Hello," I don't know. I have a horrible Spanish accent. She didn't come in with like, "What do you want to drink?" You know, "What do you want to drink?" I'm joking. I gotta take a risk. I'm not sounding Spanish, but I have a lot of Latina friends, and I need to start to just shut my mouth. But they were saying like she didn't come in with that energy. She was like, "I'm a cheerleader." Again, not saying that Latinas are not cheerleaders, but she was like, she seemed like a white girl. I don't know. And Zach's like, "Come on, her name is Sage." So I didn't know Sage was a Latina name. I was very confused, but that is a perfect name for a hot female bartender. Sage. Let me sage all over you. Let me cleanse your spirit. Just take me home and let me live in your home. Like there's a lot of good one-liners with her name. But and then she's Ecuadorian. She's like, "I'm Ecuadorian." So I was like, all right. When I was talking about the movie Obsession, I was like, I got Latinas to back me up here. What this chick is doing in the movie is very much triggered by a lot of the shit that we get from some of the men we are, anyway. So I didn't have that. The one girl just was looking at me like, she's like, "Say the wrong thing, bitch." Ridiculous name, but it's literally the perfect comedy podcast. Yeah, I'll have to look it up. Come Town, it's called. Oh, I mean, let's see if you're actually just saying. I said it on air. I gotta just drop the whole thing. Is that I was embarrassed because it is a podcast. The whole thing was that I was embarrassed because I was like, this chick's character is like over emotional, and I feel like my work, like it's like the fact that she apologizes the same way I did. Like, I'm so sorry, and she's possessed. I was like, oh, now he's gonna say that looks like me, and like that was the funny part that I want to put in the joke. It's like, well,
And I don't, and then I'm saying, well, men trigger us, but it's like, oh, it takes a horror movie sometimes for us to realize like what we look like. But to our defense, he did wish for it. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, all right, so I'll piece it together. I'll work on it a little bit more and see if I do it again at another mic. If not, we'll have to put it to bed and just keep it as a talking point for the stream. All right. You might already know this, but the joke about stores keeping everything locked up wouldn't land as well in Canada. We don't lock things up nearly as much, just the expensive stuff. Okay, so thank you, Rosie. So that's a United States thing. Here in the US, we put chemicals in our food. We lock up our deodorant. We do some fucked up shit. Got a new gig lead. Hi ho, the dairy o. The farmer in, I don't know, I'm singing that. Someone's asking for a quote for a comedian. 10 guests, R-rated. Topic is menopause. Hold up, wait a minute. 350. 350. Hello. I can do anywhere between 20 to 60-minute set. I have a comedy show called Divorce Diaries. 44-year-old dealing with menopause, so this would be a great fit. I am flexible with any of the requirements and can bring my own sound equipment. Located in New Jersey. Check out my show. All right, hold on. I gotta say, this is like a potential. Feel free to check me out, michelletrina.com, or email me directly, divorcediaryshow@gmail.com. Okay. Will do. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. Hang on a second. I also want to send this person. So I just got a potential lead on a gig. Good morning. What is it? They lock up underwear and t-shirts at Walmart now. I mean, it's like, why do they do that? Really? They lock up underwear and t-shirts? Seems a little off. All right, I gotta put. Trying to find something, but it's okay. So hit that like button. We are gonna do another 100 jumping jacks when we get to another 100 likes, but right now we're not there. We have 80 more likes to go. You can be, look, hi, good morning, SRDQ8FB. Everybody in the chat right now, put where you're based out of. How we have done 100. So we can do more when we get to another 100 likes. Boom, 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 ha, ha, boom. Yeah, I mean, listen, we can do more. We got to get to that challenge, but we're going to stretch some more and talk about some of the other things I wrote on my list from last night. This one guy came in. Did I get off task again? I did. Shit. Soko Holgwin 6464 said, I always watch your live videos. They help me improve my English. And you're so cheerful. I love it. Why, thank you. You watch my videos to help improve your English? Wow. Am I married? No. I am divorced and I'm in a relationship. Coping about another man's looks is crazy, Skr.
Oh, I don't know what he's talking about. Thank you so much for the compliment about you. That's the whole point. I think like this is where I'm trying to find is I bring people together with excitement and energy. So I now have to hook them in even more with my jokes. Because that's what I think was happening last night. I was like, oh, that was a really good set because I got compliments after and it felt really good. But then when I listened, I'm like, yeah, but where are the jokes? There was like 2 jokes there, Michelle. And the rest you just were like, I think people were laughing because of your energy, you know? I was gonna leave a message. I didn't want to bother John because I know he's busy with work, but I wanted to tell him about it last night because afterwards I was like, if I could just find the piece where it's like, I'm a performative person. I'm a good host. I did well with What's Up New York when I interviewed people about their businesses, especially those that were nervous. I always got that feedback. They're like, you made it really easy for me to do this. And I got the same when I was a teacher. They're like, you made it really easy. I'm afraid to perform, but you made it easy. Like that was the constant thread, right? So when I'm on stage, I want to make it easy for people to not only relate to me, but find it funny and feel excited. Like if a 21-year-old guy is sitting in the front row, he's able to be like, oh, I fucking get this chick. How? Right? Like I mean, maybe not every single 21-year-old, but I'm just saying like I want to appeal to everybody in that sense of where like they're like, all right, I may not directly connect with her divorce stories, but I find it funny. Right? That's what we're going for. Good morning. Patch face Paul. Come for the jumping jacks, stay for the jokes. Yes. Come for the jumping jacks, stay for the jokes. Come for the jumping jacks, stay for the jokes. Hey. What do I start with my I can go on stage and like I do YouTube live streams to grow my comedy. But nobody wants to I want to do something about it. It's like, well, gotta tie it to their relationships like college hookups. Yeah, when I was in college, well, when you're in college too, people think you gotta find, at least back when I was in college. Oh, I keep saying back when I was in college. What if I went back, like, what if some people are in their 40s what if someone in their 40s is like, I'm gonna go to college. I'm gonna go get a dorm room and I'm gonna live with the kids, you know? It's weird. I'm here for your beautifully grating New York accent, Jersey. It's Jersey/New York. All right. So I just messaged this woman. Let me send it again. I sent the quote. I'm going to send a message too. Who's another one I opened for that was a female? Do I have an objection to marrying a pharaoh? No, I don't know exactly why would I have an objection to marry. No, but my boyfriend's not a pharaoh, so. New York is no. We are not trash, okay? We are recycled trash. No, I'm kidding. I think we could do it. I think we can get to. It's gonna be a bit. Oh, I have to answer this email today. Fuck. Okay. So I think we can get to where we need to be, which is 200 likes in the chat. Here we go. So All right, let me go back to what I was saying about the. I'm gonna move you guys over here so I can do butt mon kicks and talk about. I'm gonna do butt mon kicks and talk about the open mic last night a little bit more. There was also this guy. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was like, what the fuck? Now look, we all get dirty sometimes, but this guy's hands were like filthy, and he had them all over the mic. And then I was like, oh my god. And then I looked at it, and also he said he was in charge of a mental health facility program. He had one tooth, and he's from Oregon. So I was like, all right, this guy's fingers are so dirty, they make me want to quit comedy. Joking, kidding, of course. What's going on in Jersey with dentists and hand sanitizers? I just wrote, what is that? What we have? Oh, he goes, what's going on in New Jersey with mental health? I'm like, what do you mean what's going on in Jersey? What's going on in Oregon? You have one tooth and your hands look, they bathe in mud for 10 years. I don't know. It's just, he looked like a character out of like Fraggle Rock. And it's very interesting because I'm watching a comic who's just starting out, and he was telling me how he took a class and how this was like, he's only been doing it a couple of months, but like, I noticed a difference when he was doing his open mic stuff versus me and versus when I first started. And I was like, yeah, I definitely remember just how I held the mic differently and how I maneuvered around. And I do feel like I've grown, but it's just like I still feel like you still have so much further to go. Just keep staying focused. Like when I was performing my 5 minute, it really was supposed to be 5 minutes. She gave us all like 10 minutes or 7 minutes. She wasn't even lighting us. So I was confused by everything with that, but that's okay. I'll take it. And so, and I didn't want to like, people were going so long, like someone was just venting about their driving experience. And that's when it becomes like, is this an open mic or is just to share a story? Like that's what I don't want to do with my material, you know? So that's sometimes what happens at certain open mics too. So it was turning into that towards the end, but I am glad that I felt like performing at that one. The dojo is, to be honest, the best mic you can go to. But this, because they're not doing them this week, I had to find an alternate one and work with the circumstances so that I get out certain things, I tweak things, I work on, okay, what do I do differently? Because sometimes you're booked at shows like that where you're in the middle of the bar and you're performing. And I read that thing to you guys yesterday from Craig Shoemaker about how comedy is a way of life, right? And actors, he talks about actors in New York City and the Golden Globes and those award shows and how comedians are never revered, but the actors are, kind of thing, which I agree and disagree with a little bit. It's different. It's a different genre. We're able to get up on stage every night. There's other stage opportunities that actors can't get that comedians can, and that was one of the things that made me feel like stand-up was my home or my place to be, because when I left, like I stopped auditioning regularly when I was in my 20s and went into grad school and met my ex-husband, and I shifted gears. I felt like, I have to go all the way back to the beginning again. I have to start. It's like when you play Chutes and Ladders and you go down a bad chute and you have to go all the way back to start, or you have to go close to start. That's how I was feeling with acting. But then when I found stand-up, I was like, oh, I don't necessarily have to do that with finding this craft, and with not finding this craft, but with focusing on stand-up. I can actually use my craft as a stand-up to act as well again and not have to go back to start in the same way. Does that make sense? Yes, his original, George Carlin's original pursuit with acting. Yeah. And I think too that it will all happen the way it's supposed to be. If you keep doing, I said this to the guy last night. I said, if you keep doing things that other people will not, you will get to be where, like, you will get things that other people don't get. And you have to ask yourself, am I doing that? Not yet. Can't say yes for me yet. I can say I'm working at it. Let's try this set. Sorry about that. Mr. Miyagi was a stand-up comic. I don't think I roasted a celebrity yesterday. Oh, do I bring the type C comment back? Good morning. I'm a type C mom, which means see you next Tuesday. I don't know. I don't know if that's funny. I've said that a couple times in open mics and people laughed, but so last week when I was on stage with when I was doing the Montclair show, the headliner, I watched the headliner to see how he turns the room a little bit to a sort of good room to a room that was nonstop laughing and engaged. And he immediately draw in the audience with acknowledging the light fixtures that looked like mosquito traps, and that hooked everybody in. So he immediately brought the room in by acknowledging the craziness of the space, which sometimes people say don't insult. Sometimes people used to say, like, I remember people saying, don't insult the room, don't insult the audience. But I feel like it's warranted if it's funny enough. Same thing again, like if it's funny enough, it's warranted, right? So what's my best divorce joke? I mean, the sperm joke hits all the time. And then also the sperm joke hits a lot, like what Divorce Diary. When I say I have a show called Divorce Diaries, people say, oh, what's so funny about divorce? Divorce is about taste in your mouth. So does sperm. That I do. That always used to get a joke. I'm sick of it though. I'm sick of it, but like, that's where it's like, well, when you get sick of a joke, what do? You know? Sorry. And then you like that joke. I think that's a funny one. And I say another one where it's like, I like when my ex-husband calls me bipolar. Thank you for seeing both sides of me. I think there's two jokes with everybody's always calling us crazy. Women are always crazy. Men are narcissists, right? That's our two labels. Women are bipolar. Men are narcissistic. Or women are bipolar. Men are sociopaths. Like there's that. Do you know what I mean? Do you ever hear a man being called bipolar? I don't. It's just women. That's why I put that one in there. It's like, she's bipolar. She's got multiple personality disorder. Well, I am an actor, and I appreciate you for seeing my depth and my multitude of diversity and playing multiple characters in my life for the next big role. I'm just winging that one. But yeah, I think. Oh my gosh, I don't know. I feel like my neighbor can hear everything I say. Hi, am I single? No, I have a boyfriend. we're gonna do our ab circuit, our crunches here. 10 of these. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Didn't feel good at all. Let's see. Good morning, Morgan. See if I can move you guys back. Did I mention how annoyed I am that I have to fix that cabinet? I don't want to do it, but I have to. What did someone say? They said to get wood glue. Oh, Jesus. Not really. That was horrible, but thank you. Good morning. Can you see some of my dance today? Sure. What do you want me to do? I could do a combination for you. What kind of dance do you guys want me to show? Do you want me to do across the floor, bachata, merengue? All right, 10 more. Here we go. Stretching out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Your facing is amazing. Anything you feel? Anything I feel. Okay, I mean, it's hard to let's see. Passe, eleve. This is another thing I have to work on is my balance. My balance. This is a thing where I said at the beginning of the year, I wanted to do more dance auditions. And then I quickly pivoted back to, I really just need to focus on my stand-up. Because the idea is, I'm more likely to get booked as a stand-up than a dancer right now. Unless I book my own gigs in my children's theater company as a dancer. But more likely, I can do dance work once I have established myself as a stand-up and I'm getting opportunities both on camera and on stage. That's the goal. But that doesn't mean I'm going to miss out on opportunities that come my way as a dancer. No. Like that dance audition that I found a couple months ago and I went to it. It was a great experience. It was great that I put myself out there. I proved to myself I can completely catch up. I can completely keep up with a dance call still. And case in point, the Magic Mike audition, they don't dance, they just do stand up for their audition, but you do have to dance a little bit in the show. So I would love that job, but nothing's happening at the moment. Didn't get that, didn't have an agent to get that audition, but I did have a friend of mine who, or not friend, but a comedian friend who recommended me to the casting director, and they already the New York City audition is already done, but she gave me their information, which was great. So, there's that. You're trying to get your pirouette? My pirouettes suck, but yes, I can do a pirouette. You're saying wood glue and bigger screws? Wood glue cost. What is strongest glue for woodworking? Like $10. And where do I put the glue? Like, I put the glue. Oh, so I glue it. Just so do I glue it? Oops, sorry. So I glue it here to here? Is that what you mean? Like the glue goes here, but this is metal. Thank you, Jeffrey. Vulture, that's weird. And you follow me on all my channels, so watch yourself. I'm sorry. That's creepy. But I mean, like, fine if you want, like, I don't. So toothpicks in the holes, but then how does the screw go in the toothpicks? Do you see what I mean? So you're saying, so toothpicks in the holes and wood glue on either. Okay. Hey. So yeah, so I just don't. I'm not like a good handy person, so that's why I'm like, oh boy. But I'll fix it. I'll fix it today. All right, I'll do my back bend stretch, but the other shirt doesn't go on because this one is obviously like a belly shirt, so it'll pop open. Hang on. I walked into that joke. I walked into that one. All right, let's see. It's gymnastics practice. I'm sorry. I'm emailing my daughter's teacher because now I'm very confused. Like now he's saying she could. If she would check on another 78, grade are due on Wednesday. She turns in as I go receive the reduced credit, but so it would be the class. Okay, sucks. All right, I'm sorry. Hang on. This guy is like the best. I'm getting this teacher like a fucking gift card because he's like basically he's like, no, she can go now. We all do draft. If only the days isn't complaining about. Sorry about that. Yeah, you like it. Let me ask you a question. That's the most annoying. No, not currently. I will. I don't want to say it on the live because we don't. I'm gonna work a set where it's like I love Steph Toloff because she's the Phil's queen, and I love talking about the shit that like my mother would close her ears on because it's who I am. You know, it's just like yes, I can do clean comedy, but I prefer the dirty shit because it's like what comes to my head more. However, yes, you want to be funny and witty without the fucking dirty shit, you know? Hit that like button until it's broken like the cabinet. Yes! Thank you. Hit that like button till it's broken like my apartment. No, I'm kidding. My apartment's not broken. But, John Francis, proud OG of the Trainer Tribe. Let's fucking go. There are YouTubes on how fixing broken hinges. Yeah, I did. I saw it. I'm gonna, but vulnerability, did you say put the toothpick inside the hole and then screw the hole? That's what I was trying to ask. I was asking before. Because someone else said that. I'll just go buy toothpicks and wood glue later. Oh Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes Benz? My friends all drive horses. Horses? What the fuck is wrong with me? Porsches. I'm gonna find out where there's a Wednesday mic today because we have. So there's no Wednesday show tonight. Oh wait, hold on. What did Mike say? So there's no Wednesday show. Piss, put glue on the toothpick. Put glue on the toothpick. I gotta find out if there's anything to do Wednesday shows. Yes, put glue on the toothpick. I hope this woman emails me and is like, hey, you want the gig? Yes, I want the motherfucking gig. I don't know. I get these affiliate program emails all the time, and like I would love to do collabs with people. I don't know. So we are gonna do our back bend stretch. Here we go. I don't know. We're gonna make it a 200 likes today. I have about 7 minutes before I have to get off of the stream. Let me see. Hang on. I gotta make sure I have the right time for this meeting. Damn. Boom. What's today? Wednesday? I have a meeting at 1:30, so I'm good. And then, see, please spin. Okay. Can we get to 200 likes? We can. I don't know. All right, so just to recap on the live stream today, I talked about my set last night, and I was really focused on doing a bit about this movie Obsession and comparing it to, I guess where it comes down to is I felt silly because when the girl was apologizing so much as in the character, and she was screaming, "You don't love me as much as I love you," I'm like, is that what we sound like? That's what I thought about it, and I was like, oh, my boyfriend's gonna say it sounds like me, and 5 seconds later he said it sounds like you. And maybe I just say that, and it's just like this movie was really scary. The reason why I keep bringing this bit up is because I'm trying to talk through the bit so I can punch it out. Sorry, I didn't mean to pin that comment, but okay. So yeah, so the whole point of this Obsession movie bit was that I really wanted to get out this thing of like when you're watching a horror movie with your boyfriend and the female character who's possessed sounds a little bit like you on an off day. Right? And it's like, whoops. But to the defense of the woman who was possessed, he wished for it. Right? He wished for it. And then connecting that piece to the fact that men call us crazy when sometimes they are the ones that light the fire under our crazy stove. That's where I was trying to go with it. I'm not saying that my boyfriend does that. I'm saying in general, men with women. And in my past, I feel like they could do this little poke, 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 poke. I didn't touch you. Or like, I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. Not now. I mean in the past. Not now. In the past. Also, women are never happy. No. Maybe not all women, but some women, including some things I've noticed I do, are like always looking for things. And maybe that comes from like a fear of like, what if this is so good, it's so good too good to be true kind of thing. Again, I'm speaking with other females and over the years, and that gets in our head. Good morning from Gilbert Moreno, but California. Where is it? Gilbert Moreno, California. What county are you in? Did you vote for Spencer Pratt? Sorry, I'm just very curious. Arm flex. Walter, you gotta, whatever. Okay. Brutus says women suffer from chronic dissatisfaction. I don't know. It's a thing, I feel like. My mom used to do that a lot to my dad. Like every time he got her a gift, it was like not the thing she wanted. I do remember this often when I was a kid that my dad would get her like jewelry and she'd be like, this is not what I wanted. This, like, I just remember that. Like, I used to think like my dad was the one that didn't listen, which kind of he was, but he did do some stuff sometimes where it was like, but dad, we told you not to do that. But at the same time, like my mom is like brutally nasty. And I remember my dad, sorry, I remember my dad being so excited about the gift he would show us before. And then my mom would then Christmas Day would be like, that's not what I wanted. I told you what I wanted. So I don't know. It was a little disturbing. I don't know why my mom did that. But so that's when I'm starting, like, and again, I don't think my mom like was intentionally. Listen, my parents stayed married, and my mom misses my dad every day. But at the same time, like, I'm trying to identify why she did that. So it's like that behavior of like that dissatisfied. Why are we dissatisfied here? You know, I don't know. Anyway, my point is, I'm connecting these parallels of like typical stereotypes with that movie. And I was like finding it funny that this woman's, you know, again, like I want to do something about it in even just an open mic setting and see where it goes. But yesterday I flubbed my lines again, and like I let the performative space, which was distracting, get to me, and I messed up shortening the bit. So I was like, Trina, get it together. All right. What was I doing? I was doing the back bend. And we also didn't do our cat-cow stretch. I'm trying to see how far I can lift my leg up. Not that high right now. Not that high at all. No, it's my thing, so shut the fuck up. You know how I know comedy is my thing? Because of how it makes me feel and how I feel at home on stage with it, regardless if I'm not there yet, performance-wise. Prince's Doves Fly lyric, she's never satisfied. She's never satisfied. Yes, that's so true. God damn it, Prince. You figured us out. That's why we all love your your lyrics. All right, here we go. Backbend stretch. Let's see where we're at today. Hit that like button and hit the notification button. You'll know when I go live next. I have to move over so you can see where we're at. Losing my balance. Yes. I hug myself. All right, we're okay today. Not bad, right? Made it just in time. Yeah, so that's where we're at with our backbend stretch today. Ouch. I don't know about the plank. Let's see what we can do with the planks today. How long can you hold this for? I don't know. I'm not even counting. I'm just going to hold it for as long as I can. Upcoming show is July 16th in Atlanta, Divorce Diaries Live. August 1st, Columbus, at a comedy club. Performing June 11th, I'm headlining a show in Fairfield, laughterandcompany.com. More shows to come. Belly button balance here. I can see where I missed spots for vacuuming. God, my house needs a cleanup. Every time I say that, I attempt to clean that day, and it doesn't get fully cleaned. So it just pisses me off that I say that, and then I don't fully commit to it. Or I commit to it, and it's like, time management, Michelle. Yes, I know. Well, we can. Listen, I have 2 more minutes. Let's see if we get 40 likes in 2 more minutes. We get 200 jumping jacks. What? I mean, well, I don't know if I can do 100 jumping jacks. If we get to 40 likes in 2 minutes, I can do the other 100 jumping jacks. But however, we got to do that in 2 minutes because I have to hop off. So I just did 20. There we go. Boom. So because I have to head off soon, but I will be back on tomorrow. I'm going to post another video today. I want to do more of those like physical fitness challenges stuff. I like doing those. Maybe I time myself doing the minute. Do I have this inside out? I do. Fuck, man. Come on. I don't know if they could see if Spencer Pratt, did he win or not? I am very curious. I don't know if they could see. I am curious. This reality star is running for LA mayor. And I was like laughing. I was like, are you guys, it's LA, first of all. Like, half of you are in the, mostly, if not all people in LA are in the entertainment business at some point. I do believe that, unless you're born and raised there. Then you still probably are. I don't know. It says, LA Mayor Karen Bass pulled into a runoff in a race for second term. Bass leads mayor race. I don't know if it hasn't said anything. Oh, Pratt takes second LA mayor race. Steve Hilton leads. I guess it's did Spencer win? Thank you for the chili, Cat Dizzle. Yes. Thank you. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah, I don't think it's a good decision yet. Thank you for the flower, John. The main election's in November. Good morning. Good morning. You appreciate me. Thank you. We have 32 more likes. I said I have to get off in 2 minutes. I don't know. Today makes 16 years on your divorce. Happy divorcery. Congratulations. I'm not trying to say congratulations, like, oh, great that your marriage failed. But if you're in a happier place, I'm happy for you. Because that's, happy. Send the flower. Thank you, Calico James. When I was married and not happy, I thought I was never going to, I was a dark place. I thought I was like going to be alone and miserable for the rest of my life. And then I realized, okay, if I don't get out of this, I'm going to be miserable the rest of my life. And my kid will see that from both of her parents. And at least if I'm divorced and I'm alone, I'm focused on my kid and my career. And that was like, I'm good with just that. Obviously I want love and I'm happy I found love. But like at the time, 12 years ago, before I decided to move out of my house, was it 12 years ago? Because 11 years ago, I've been divorced. Yeah, it was 12 years ago that I decided to step out of my home and get separated. Like we were separated and living together for 8 months, and then I left. I told him I was leaving. I had gotten a job up in North Jersey by my parents, where I was from. And at the time, my teaching position had closed down. I was adjuncting at a college and doing performance gigs with my theater company that I started. So at the then time, lawyer said, you should leave and file up here. I mean, the biggest thing was getting out of the house because we were so miserable and it was just a bad space for my daughter. And my daughter wasn't talking at the time. It was rough. You saw me in Bergen County. Where did you see me in Bergen County? What performing where? 216 of you are in here. Where can I find your comedy? Right here on my YouTube channel. Or you can also go to let me just show you. You can go to Prime and watch me on Prime. My ex-wife got pregnant with our marriage counselor and tried to convince me it was mine. Whoa, what? Your ex-wife got pregnant by your marriage counselor. Just when you think you can't beat a comment. Hi, SH. I have two I share with her dad. 14, Sarah. 14. Hi, Sarah. Welcome to the chat. Thank you for the jewels. We got another female in the audience. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That was while we were still married. So hold on a second. Oh, you retracted that? Why'd you retract it? Whereas I in Nyack too? Are you stalking me? No, I'm kidding. Yes, I have performed at Levity Live before as well. Both. Inglewood? I don't remember when I performed in Inglewood. Probably. How much do tickets cost? They range. I'm actually going to email the Atlanta show and see if he can get a special discount for the July 16th show. I think they're like 30 right now. They're like 37 they're $28 plus the tax. They're going to be more at the door though, so get your tickets now. You saw me in Nyack? Okay. You saw me at Levity? Which show did you see me? I mean, tickets for there's one for free. No. Your son wants to major in drama. That's great. Why? Because you don't want him to be utilizing something that he loves to do? Well, I mean, he could also just not major in drama and to start auditioning and taking a class or two. Oh, you didn't want everyone to see that? All right, but you put it in the chat. But it was a good comment. Where's the Atlanta show? I mean, yes, Dustin is at Punchline Comedy Club. Let's go. Let's go. Well, listen, I have 2 theater degrees, and I've besides doing YouTube streams and hosting, I do a lot with it. I'm telling you, you got to just make it what you can. If he really wants to be an actor, and you really want him to go to school, double major, have him start his own business. I push the entrepreneurial lens. I only remember you because I remember telling my aunt that is an attractive female with a personality. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Which show did you see me do at Levity Live? There's only a few around here. Yeah, Punchline. Come to the show. We have 30 more subscribers to 24K and 24 more likes to 200. What do you think, guys? I was supposed to head off 5 minutes ago, and I really should head off soon. So I don't know. Can we do it in 4 minutes? He doesn't like acting, but he wants to major in theater. So what does he want to major in? Come to the Atlanta show. The Atlanta show, if you're in Georgia, come to Punchline. It's a mix of stand-up and improv. We're going to do audience participation. There's a drinking game in the show called Never Have I Ever. Lots of fun. It's going to be great. It's my rocking personality. Yes. Don't forget, hit that notification button. When I come live, you'll see it. He likes construction, light, sound. So he's technical theater. Good morning. Well, then my advice for you with that is have him start working for a production company. Ask for internships, all that stuff. And also major in something that he has a fallback in. And not to say I was a theater major. I'm just saying, like, you can also get experience in theater with working for the company while you're also going to school for something else. That's actually pretty cool, Sarah. Easier to find work in tech. Yes. Dan, good morning again. Also, production companies look for interns all the time. So have them start young. Now, guys, I don't know if we're going to make it. I have to head off in 2 minutes because I've already passed the time we're supposed to be on till. And I am excited for the upcoming shows, and I want to keep to my goals for writing and rehearsing for an hour and sticking to the plan of identifying what I need to do to keep growing in my show, not only with the show, with my stand-up. And everybody that's tuned in today, thank you so much. Hit that notification button that you know to come when I'm live again. I'll put up another video today. I'm working on more interviews and doing a time where I'm doing Man on the Street. I have to go get my oil changed tomorrow. Fuck. I just realized that. Let's just see. I don't know. We've got 20 more likes, and we need in 1 minute. Can we do it? Can we do it? I'll have to start the jumping jacks now if we can, because you have to literally be off at 1:35. So if we do, great. If not, here are the preview for more jumping jacks tomorrow. Come for the jumping jacks, stay for the jokes. I don't know. Maybe that should be on a t-shirt. We should do high kicks, jumping jacks, and coffee. High kicks, jumping jacks, and coffee. Made by Diaries. Let's fucking go. Put it on a shirt, right? Come for the jumping jacks, stay for the jokes. If she had jokes, I don't know. Sometimes I feel that energy where I'm like, I'm not as funny as I want to be yet. I'm there. I'm a silly person, so like I want to put that silliness on stage sometimes, but then I get insecure. I'm like, I don't think they'll find that funny. But if I'm just silly, like last night I did a bit where it was like, your mom's doing stand up because the kid looked younger, and I'm like, oh, that did not hit, Michelle. That sounded weird. And then I was like, but that's me. Like, I could be a spaz. So maybe I just go one up and say, I'm a spaz. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. I also say sorry a lot, which is ridiculous and so annoying. But then I'll say sorry for saying sorry. It's a pattern I can't get away from. Thanks to my childhood trauma of being raised Catholic and being told, don't take anything from anyone, they'll expect something back, but also say sorry. I don't know what I'm saying. All right. Don't fight it then. Yeah, I guess just keep going for the kookiness, right? All right.